Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's I, BMO Combo 13 here, guys. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, today, welcome to a very snowy, unexpected day. If you live on the East Coast, today is very snowy, which explains why I'm wearing my hockey jersey. Woo! I'm not really a hockey fan. I just always want to have a hockey jersey, which I got this for Christmas, so I'm happy. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to do a video, not just a video, a review, not just a review, a toy. Well, not just any toys, two toys. Oh yeah, that's right. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a toy review on the Raptor Zord and the Megazord from Power Rangers Dino Charge. Woo! Now let's get this video started, shall we? I believe the first one we should start off with is the Raptor, because I like Raptors and they're one of my favorite dinosaurs. And considering the fact that how awesome this thing is, I definitely loved the Raptor Zord, especially even Kyoryuger, where, you know, it just the fact that, you know, the Zord itself, the component that it becomes, the arm, is just, look at this. You already know what's going to happen. You already know. It's going to be, oh yeah. But let's just look at the Raptor Zord in all of its glory. Small bits of detailing, usual as the other Zords are, but I like it. Simple, but very cool. I definitely even like the yellow and the green. Honestly, though, like, this really works, and this worked even with the Japanese version of toys. There are certain color schemes that do work for some things, but honestly, though, the silver and the green and the yellow, it all works with this figure. It really does. I like this guy. He's very cool. Very nice. Articulation, mostly due to the fact for the formation. The legs can actually go forward and back. The arms, you do have some movements here and there, so you kind of have some stuff going on. And also, he comes with a beast battery, or just a charge battery. I don't really know for say what they're actually going to call them in the show, but, you know. Anyway, so basically the whole thing is, you know, beast, you know, like I said, you can push a little button and you get this little cool effect here. Anyway, so this is a little close and personal. Here is in this fossilized form. Mid-transformation. Transformation all the way! Pre-transformation, back to a fossil. Anyway, so I like this guy. He's pretty cool. Very nifty. I like him. Next guy is the Megazord, which is my favorite overall. If I did have to pick one favorite out of the two with this set, I would pick the Megazord. Simply for the fact that the black and the yellow, I mean, the yellow for me looks more gold. That's just me. It looks more gold. It, you know, the light on my camera kind of seems a little off. Somewhat, I don't know. Yeah, but he's very cool. I like him a lot. Yeah. The only thing that I do have a gripe about is, you guys did see that before with the, you know, small bits of cheap plasticing that they used. You can definitely tell there's a little bit here, which that's my small little gripe there. That has this bendable plastic where if you're not careful, it can either snap or break or just stays in a very horrible position. Anyway, the other reason why this guy is my favorite is considering the fact that what involves his transformation into the arm, or pretty much in a nutshell what exactly the arm is. And if you guys seen Kyoryuger, then you know already what becomes of this guy, and I love this figure. I really do. It's simple, very simple, but yet very nice. But enough about that whole thing there of simplicity and all honesty. These guys are very important. Why are they important? Because it is without these guys, you don't have the Black and the Green Ranger. Which, by the way, interesting note, Kyoryuger is the first series in the wild that actually incorporate primarily just three main component Zords. If you guys remember, in Abo Ranger, of course, you had three Rangers, but then you had in the American version is called RPM. I forget what the Sentai version was called, but pretty much you had like three standardized Rangers, and then the Black and Green Ranger have their own separate Zord going on. This is actually very interesting, considering the fact that you have two separate Zords that are a different combination to the main megazord. I found it very, very cool. I like that and what that was done in Kyryuger, and I really am excited what they're going to do with that with Dino Charge. But enough about my whole little fanfic story right there. Let's actually get on to the part of what these guys will actually do. Now let's actually bring in the big Mamba Jumbo himself. The Dino Charge Megazord! Yeah! Now let's start off with the Raptor Zord. The Raptor Zord is very simple to do. Actually, the formation for both of these guys is the same exact way. The only difference, though, is with the Parazord, I have my own little personal preference how his certain things are done. The instruction manual explains one thing. I'll get to that in a little bit. But let's actually get to the Raptor Zord himself. So the first thing you want to do with the Raptor Zord is you want to take his arms and pretty much just rotate them back. But in order to bring him so, you need to kind of just pull back his hind legs and just make sure you pull them all the way like so. Next thing you want to do is take his hind legs and just bring them in where they fit snugly, rubbing like pretty much as close where the arms are. And you just also want to make sure that the legs, before that, the legs are normally straight. You just want to pull them back and just have them in that kind of position. Same exact way with the other side. Just rotate his arm back and just rotate his hind leg forward. And then bring this, and you pretty much have a arm. Okay. Next one is the Parazord. The Parazord, they explain it a little bit differently. You can do the same exact way you did with the Raptor Zord. The only problem, though, is where the connector port is, where it explains in the instruction manual that you could do the same exact thing. I mean, I'll do it just for the sake of argument. You just do the same exact thing. The only gripe I have, though, is considering the fact of the way that this is done in. I mean, the instruction manual explained things a little tiny bit different. So what I like to do is pretty much just have it like in this position, like so, and it's just like as if it's kind of like it's like sort of like locked into place. It's like snuggled in. It's not really like locked or secured or anything, but you do have like two solid, good looking arms. Now I'll actually get onto the actual formation. Well, the American version we have no idea what it's going to be called, but in Kyryuger it's called Kyryugen Western! First thing you want to do is you want to go and get your Dino Charge Megazord. Next you want to do is completely dismantle the arms, like so. Okay. So things aside, ladies and gentlemen, let's actually focus on what we're going to do here. You now have an armless Dino Charge Megazord. The first thing you want to do is you want to take any one of them, doesn't really matter which one to start off with. And the first thing you want to do is, well, I mean, it doesn't really serve a point here, but you can be like, brave in. Okay. And the first thing you want to do is to activate the gimmick, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, to correct myself from the last video I did, I didn't know this because I didn't really know that the batteries actually activate the little mechanisms right here. I had no idea. I thought you just push them yourself. I didn't know. But the batteries themselves actually activate the gimmick. I mean, you could push the levers yourself, but you know the whole idea of the battery and just Anyway, so the thing you want to do is you want to open up the mouth like so, and you want to take the beast's battery. It's a battery charge. I don't care. I'm just going to. Anyway, so you take your battery and just insert it into its mouth like so, and in turn will activate the gimmick. It's a laser gun. It's a laser gun. Nothing aside, let's actually get onto the Raptor Zord itself. Pretty much the same exact way. You open up its mouth as wide as you can. Take the battery and I don't know, defeats the purpose of the whole wasting of your time. I don't care. Anyway, so you take the battery and you pretty much insert it deep into the bowels of its mouth, and then you activate his gimmick. You give him claws. Wow. And with your Dino Charge Megazord in hand, what you can do is you can combine them together, like so. Pretty much all you have to do is the same exact way with the Stego and the Triceratops. Just they go snuggled into these little into these ports right here. But the cool thing is the fact with the battery, they can just go right in, and you know, just goes from that whole point there. So you just connect them right so. The Parazord goes where the Stegosaurus was, and the Raptor Zord goes where the Triceratops Zord was. And here you have the Dino Charge Megazord combined with the Raptor and Parazord. Not its official name, but we're gonna get something when the show comes out. Anyway, but in Kyoryuger, he's called Kyoryugen Western. Because you have a gun and claws, which the whole thing is gun and sword. Get the idea. Anyway, very cool, nice combination. I like it. It really blends in well with the Zord itself. The yellow definitely contrasts well with the yellow from the actual Zord itself, and it just adds more color and flair to this guy. And I really like him. Not just that though. The whole idea of the combination is that this is a giant freaking laser gun, and this is his claws. Like, just that fact alone is just so cool. Anyway, pretty much he has the same articulation. Arms can go forward and whatnot, but it does add some weight a little bit more, considering the fact that the bulk and the size of these guys, of the actual things. I mean, the Stego and the Triceratops, comparison to size, if you guys can see, are relatively smaller than these two, and they don't weigh that much. However, you can definitely feel that the weight is kind of like trying to push down a little bit on his arms when you have him facing this way. So it definitely adds that kind of like that sort of intriguingness that you want to add to your figure. I just really like this combination set, mostly due to the fact with the Parazord. I love the Parazord, how it becomes a giant laser gun. I think that is so cool. It's definitely one of my favorites. You can also do mix and match, do different combination ways. You can have the Triceratops here. You can do whatever you want. You can even have the Stegosaurus here, and you can have this here. You can do whatever you feel like you want to do. But this is the official way. And pretty much another way that they're doing this whole thing is due to the fact that the Zord Builder ports, which I'll show you in a little bit. But a lot of people have been griping though with the Zord, with the whole thing with the Zord Builder ports, that considering the fact that the Dino Charge Megazord is mostly composed of 3 Zords, and people have been trying to figure out ways to actually incorporate the other 2, and it doesn't really look right, or it looks weird to some people. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever your personal preference or gripe is, whatever. Point is, I think this is a very good combinational set, and I like it. It's very cool. Another thing you can do with this is that, due to the fact that there is a Zord Builder port right here on the shoulder, you can also connect the Parazord on there, so you makes it as if he has a laser-mounted cannon. That, I think, is just so cool, and just adds so much to the figure. Definitely, a Bandai of America exclusive, if you want to call it that. And you can do it with the Raptor Zord as well, but it looks so much cooler having a giant laser cannon mounted to his shoulder. Like, that is just, this just blows my mind all the way. My final verdict to this whole thing is that definitely I highly recommend getting the Parazord and the Raptor Zord, simply for the fact that you do kind of need them to complete the set. And if you are a Power Rangers fanatic as much as I am, or love the Sentai, or just love giant dinosaur themed mechas in general, then get it. I recommend all the way. But very cool combination. I really like it, and I can't wait for the future Zords to be released, and eventual like new stuff they're gonna come up with, because as we all know, Band of America is gonna come up with more stuff to add to the Megazords. So I'm really excited what they're gonna do with this. But enough of that whole thing there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BMO13. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and signing off, and also always have a nice day.